what are the three most important qualities in a teacher? Well, empathy, because this is about people, being able to understand why he or she does not understand and help the person. Even I find the subject scintillating, he or she does not. So being able to read someone psychologically and help them navigate their emotional difficulties during their learning. Obviously, knowledge is a key quality. You can't teach if you don't know it yourself. And last one is enthusiasm. Being able to pass it on to others, taking pleasure in teaching people and helping them get the answer, helping them grow in confidence, mature to master the skills, and so forth. Then you said, what are your best experiences in teaching, and can you tell us something about your subject which you and your students found most exciting and fascinating? Well, so many good experiences. Well, let's just narrow down to a few, but like I say, St George's School, Ascot, years ago, I only got to do a maternity cover there for a year. It was very rewarding. There was not one bad person in the place, so had a very good rapport with all my classes. A superb headmistress, Caroline Jordan, who now heads a huge school in Oxford. And the place was organised enough to function well, yet it wasn't too bureaucratic, and people had latitude to teach as they saw fit. So it's a very happy community, successful school like that. Or, for example, when I had to go to Istanbul just for a few months, this is years ago, there was a guy aged 18, first year at university, studying through English, so he was Turkish and might well fail his first year exam, so had to sort of intervene in an emergency, try and get him through those. Or I can remember 2020, just before lockdown, there was a Russian businessman in London, and he wanted to pass the Life in the UK test, which needed intensive lessons in English as a foreign language, as well as in history. So I did those, and I didn't think he would pass the test. It was such a tall order in a fortnight, but he did. So I'm very proud that I helped him with that. Those are just a few examples. Tell us that something about my subject that I found most exciting or fascinating. Goodness, I suppose maybe the diplomatic side of the First World War. Not the fighting so much, the negotiations, and how it could have turned out differently, attempts to end the war, and what the war aims, the counterfactuals, what would have happened if Germany won very quickly, or what was the French plan for Germany if they'd got their way out in 1918, and things like that. Okay, how did I get into teaching? What else do you do for work? Well, I was always an information addict about the humanities, and so that was very obvious that I would have to help people and try and pass on my passion to them for history, politics, things of that nature, and English, particularly poetry. I'm a huge fan of Shelley, published a biography of him a few years ago. And what else I do for work is tour guiding, which is a bit like tutoring people, and doing stand-up comedy, going around on foot in London or Oxford, or going around southern England by coach with people of all ages and different nationalities. Sometimes they speak other languages, so I can speak French very well, other languages not quite so well, and sometimes conducting tours in other languages. So I find that immensely rewarding as well.